Hey, this is Kodi Zene, and this is episode 12 in the Making Monochrome series. So today in this episode, we are covering our 5th shoot day and our 6th shoot day. Our 5th shoot day is all of our newsroom stuff, and we did that on May 15th, 2017, about 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And we got really, really fortunate with this actual news station, local news station, allowed us to come in and use their facility, and which was really awesome, except the part about it is we couldn't show the branding, like typical stuff. We couldn't show the branding, even the branding color or design of their background, plates and stuff. So we had to cover all that. And story-wise, a lot of the story and what's happening on a bigger global scale, we learn through these newscasts. So when the movie opens, we're learning about current events and kind of a precursor to well, what are they talking about? What happened and how did the world get this way? And then when we flash back, our newscaster Shoshana, she kind of lays out things as they transpire and get worse and worse. So these were very important to be sure and capture that essence, so that it was believable, on screen, through the screen, whichever room we're in that scene. So so we got there and we had to again cover the backgrounds, and we ended up using giant rolled papers. So we had to go and tape each section to cover all of them that were in the frame, because we couldn't have any of that showing up. But we had their big monitor there that we got to. I had a green slide on so I could put stuff in after the fact. But yeah, so we captured all of our newscasts, and then there's a reporter scene that broadcast too, and I was like, well, let's just go ahead and knock this out the same day too. So we were like, well, we'll just go outside and film right there on the corner, and sure, it'll work. We went just outside on the street, and it just so happened that our back was to the studio, but right across the street, they were doing construction. So they had the road closed signs and the barricades and the cones and the orange mesh netting and all that. And I think further you could see the tractor and, that sort of thing. But once it got dark enough, and the way I had the camera set up with, the depth of field, it was so soft and dark in the back, you couldn't really see the tractor. In the story, she says, they've closed the road, CDC, because there's a shooting and they think it's biological warfare, so they're going to close the road. So here we go. We didn't have to, set dress any of this. Let's just use what's there. But if you'd seen the tractor and stuff, you're like, oh, well, they're doing construction, I mean, it still might look that way, but again, we just used it, and I think it worked out. And then, adding to the believability of kind of how things start happening, I think we were just standing there, and there's a part where she's supposed to say, kind of look off camera and be like, oh no, they're coming, and then she's gonna leave, and then the camera shake and then shuts off. And so we're standing around, and I was like, hey, you know what, let's have some people run down that street behind her back there and yell and scream. And so I got Sean, our PA gaffer grip, and then our daughter Miko had Will run too, so they had to run and jump over the barricades and under it, and it was really funny to get but I think it really added to that. But it was kind of a last minute add there. But yeah, that was the 5th shoot day, really the shortest shoot day. I mean, 2 hours really to capture that. And then so for shoot day 6, this one is our restaurant scene. So this is kind of, again, present day before things have kind of happened, and our main character Isaac is kind of setting up this surprise to his girlfriend, soon to be fiance. He's going to ask her the question, so he's worked out this deal with this restaurant to get it set up and surprise, so he can ask the question. So this location, again, we got really fortunate, and Three Forks, Dallas, which is like the Titanic inside. It's amazing, and I've never ate there, but I'm sure the food is delicious. It smelled great, but we got to go there before they opened for the day, and so there's a couple different rooms and then like outside patio. But there we picked this back room that's kind of away from the kitchen and a little quieter. But we kind of set the table how we wanted it. Had the patio doors open behind it, and yeah, got to film there. They were very, very gracious to just let us do that, and as long as we put things back. And yeah, we filmed that with Ryan and Josh, and then Kristen, the waitress that comes up. And then the funny thing about that day is they have an upstairs, which is kind of a private party event. There's like a little stage with a piano and its own bar. It was really, really cool. But we got to kind of unload everything up there, so it was out of the way. And we filmed from 11 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon, so it was right over lunch. And for obvious reasons, we couldn't just like, okay, everybody grab a menu, let's just pick out what you want to eat here, because it was so expensive. And well, the kitchen probably wasn't ready by then anyway. But so we did the impossible, and we catered in Taco Bell for everyone to eat. You know, like those handled boxes that's like 12 tacos each. Yeah, we got those. And so we're up there in this, I don't know, 5-star steakhouse restaurant eating Taco Bell in between shots. It was so funny. But yeah, it was really good shoot, really smooth. We had a good time. And then right after inside, we had to film. We added on a scene with Ryan where he's on the phone with Victoria when things start falling apart. And so we just filmed that in their parking lot right there, knocked that out of the way. But yeah, we knocked that out pretty easy. I think 3 p.m. we were out of there, and that was the 6th shoot day done. And I think at that time we still had 8, so we were, nearing the end, and it was super just a great feeling to be almost done with the production.